Boom! I pressed it. So,
There we go.
welcome back to Spelljammer. Does anyone want to give me a summary of what happened last time, or shall I go ahead and...
I can attempt it.
Go ahead.
I can't remember what... Did we start in the ship?
So you started by encountering the derelict mind flayer ship that was lurking among some asteroids.
I couldn't remember if that's the end or the beginning.
And you quickly discovered that there was a human pirate on board who sort of welcomed you on board and began to show you around the ship, although, as you may have suspected, it wasn't... this human wasn't quite a human. The survivor was in fact a Surlon, a horrific predator disguised as a human.
Was his name Hugh-Man?
His name was Bonotto. But I wish I had called him Hugh-Man now. That would have been so funny.
But not an alien.
Yeah.
We still have the ship to explore, right?
You do indeed, yeah. So you did manage to fight off the Surlons after a much longer battle than I anticipated. Bonotto nearly teleported over to your ship and stole it for himself, which would have been funny.
Oh, yeah. No.
But you did eventually manage to defeat them with a nice void warp from Rulara, who also nearly became maddened, but temporarily became mad and thought she was a pool of water.
Oh, yeah.
So we begin the session on board this derelict mind flayer ship with stuff to still some stuff still to explore.
Nice.
Right, so let me quickly adjust the old Cameroni. So in the wake of the battle with these horrific predators, Barney finds himself prone on the floor, Rohan sort of leaning up against the wall, almost shocked as the corpse of this horrific worm-like creature is lies beneath Vina, who dealt the killing blow to this awful creature. The rest of your crew rushes back towards your ship, the Moon Dancer, to reconvene afterwards. After you told them to get back to try and save the ship from being stolen.
Yeah.
I think Flapjack would reach out to you, Barnabas, and just say, Captain, do you have a status report regarding the intruder?
I'm not unconscious, am I? I've got the thing on me, but I assume I'm not.
I think you were brought back. I think that was when you were knocked unconscious from the effect of the Surlon's ability, but I think you would have been born back up at this point.
Cool. Yeah, Barney will stagger to his feet and just be like, yes, punched to death. Punched to death.
Fantastic news, sir. I shall inform the rest of the crew. Would you like them to resume duties on board, or would you like them to come over and help you secure the derelict ship?
I think stay over there on our ship, and we'll do a little scout around here and make sure nothing else untoward is abounding.
Order received, Captain. So I will remind you that Rulara is obviously very badly hurt in terms of health. And you're not looking so sprightly yourself, to be honest. Did you guys want to return to your own ship and rest up before exploring the rest of the Mind Flayer ship, or did you want to just push on and see if there's anything worth exploring before hightailing it out of here?
Short rest at the ship.
Yeah, I think a short rest is in order.
Okay. So you make your way back up through the Mind Flayer ship, crossing over to the Moon Dancer, and you can each take the benefits of a short rest.
Okay.
Is there anything each of you would do
God.
during this time?
I can't remember. Achievement's long rest, right?
Achievement is short rest, I believe.
Oh, tentacle roll. Rayhan would be like, just to like everyone, and he's like swinging a whip around.
Yeah, so you see Rohan with this, his robe of stars, lighting up each swing of this rod that at the end has multiple moving tentacles that very much match similarly match Flapjack's tendrils that extend from the bottom of his form. Fred kind of comes over and is kind of examining it closely and kind of poking it with the end of his bubble-like fingers. Meanwhilst Whiz Poppers made his way up to the captain, of course, and is sort of patting him over and sort of just giving him a light sort of massage on the back, and is just saying, no worries, Captain. I am glad you're safe. Whiz Pop's here to make sure you feel back to your usual self.
Yes, a bit achy, Whizpop, but we handled ourselves as we always have and will do.
Come now, everyone give the captain some space. He needs his space. He's just sort of patrolling and holding his hands up and making sure people keep a wide berth from you, Barnabas.
Yeah, I love Whizpop so much.
Rayhan would have for stuff. He's like, I think it's for massaging heads. You want to have a go? Micken?
What did he say? Sorry, you cut out slightly for me.
He says that he thinks it's for massaging heads. Do you want to have a go, Micken?
He kind of nervously looks at these tentacles that are kind of writhing towards him, and he's like, I think I'm good.
You think there's a giant octopus in the moon?
I certainly hope not.
Oh man, that'd be so cool. It could be like, hey, Faerun, why don't you come over here? I mean, it'd like grab it. I mean, it'd be like, whoa, you know what I mean, man?
This sounds awfully unpleasant.
Oh,
Miss Rilara is quite hurt, more than we expected.
Is this at the end of the rest?
No, this would be sort of throughout the rest.
Okay.
how you feeling, Lara?
Nothing like a good sit down. But
Yeah, I know what you mean. Shame we haven't got any beanbags on board. Captain, can we get some beanbags?
Perhaps there are beanbags in the unexplored rooms on the Mind Flayer vessel.
Yeah, right. Everyone, be on the lookout for beanbags, or hammocks. They have hammocks on ships, right?
Cricklet makes like a insectoid like chirping and moves up next to Vina, who kind of nods at them and then nods back towards you guys and says, Cricklet seems to think that we could get some of the hay in the cargo hold together, all those donkeys you found and pile them up into bags. It's kind of like a bean bag.
Forgot about the donkeys.
I'll take anything. Just need to rest me weary legs. And he does a little dance.
Vina kind of just like looks slightly kind of unimpressed as she usually does, and just sort of nods towards Cricklet and says, If that's what they want, that's what they get.
What do you reckon we should do about the donkeys themselves?
Who are you directing that to, Rilara?
Anyone? The group?
Well, I think the captain would very much like to consider what he would like to do with them himself. Captain, after you.
Well, be honest with you, Rulara, I had entirely forgotten in all the hubbub and madness of our scrap. But, well, Donkey's got as much right to go on donkeying as any of us do, really. So, I suppose we'd best find a suitable role for them aboard our fine vessel, and, well, what do donkeys eat?
We could be lookouts. I can talk to them.
Yes. Perhaps they should be your own little crew, Rohan. Like, you could be the Captain Donkey, and they would be... Well, you'd have to assign roles, of course, and,
Oh man, this sounds like a lot of responsibility.
well,
I was thinking more we just sell them at the next place.
oh, that makes sense.
You can't, like, trade lives, Rilara.
Well, we could just give them away then. I don't think they're going to do much good for us on the ship.
Only if you promise they won't be eaten. I'm not eating ass meat, man.
You could always take him to the great market on the rock. Sort of Vina points out.
Yeah.
Well, I...
Feel free to also do history checks as well and see what you know about the Rock of Brow. Or what, based on what she just said about the great market.
That's right, and always rely on history.
Well,
Yes.
man...
It was quite a high DC, this was 17, but Rohan somehow
Ah.
fucking passed it. Because obviously, you guys haven't really massively travelled off-world before. Rilara, you 100% would have read quite a lot about the rock, I reckon, and Rohan, you somehow have just sort of picked up little bits of information from talking to people at the academy. You would know that there's different layers to the rock. There's like an upper city, a sort of middle city, and then like a bottom city. The asteroid has like a top side and a bottom side, which, because the gravity plane, you would know, is centered directly through the center of the asteroid itself. So you can go on either. The low city is more for like sort of businesses and sort of stuff like that, whilst I think the upper city is more where all the high city, they call it, is more where like the royal palace of Starhaven and its grounds and estates are. The middle city is sort of where the geography of Brow sort of slopes down, and from the sort of high city itself, which is on the top side, both on the top side. It's a bit confusing. It'll make more sense when I can actually show you a picture of it. This is all on the top side. You have the middle, high and low city, whilst the underside of the rock is more where like the Brol's military forces are based, and most of like sort of crops are grown on the underside of the rock. So on the top side, you would be familiar with the middle city, which is sort of like I said, it slopes downwards from the sort of royal grounds at the very top. The middle city is where you would find the Great Market, which is a place of chaotic expanse of vendors, street performers, beggars, orators, merchants, and sort of customers of all descriptions, really. It's very much the hub of the middle city, and you can probably find somewhere to sell a large number of cattle and other farmyard animals there.
Yeah. Say that out loud. There is a place.
What's everyone like wearing? Are you wearing matching uniforms?
I'll leave that down to you, whether you would have been wearing them. I suppose you were sort of just after graduation, so you may have been wearing sort of similarly Spelljammer-esque uniforms. Yeah, I think certainly Vina and Micken would certainly not be, because he was sort of jailed, so he would be wearing sort of like a yellowish sort of tan jacket with a kind of a scarf and some sort of very basic clothing and boots. Vina's definitely wearing a uniform, but she's sort of wearing it sort of tied around her waist, and it's got like a white vest on underneath. For Fred, obviously, it's just got a little scarf and that's it. Wispop, his mechanical body does not require clothing, so
Rohan would
Rohan's wearing a Grateful Dead t-shirt.
Captain, I have a suggestion. There's something we could get at a market.
Yes, I'm all ears. Rohan?
It's for team coherence. We could get matching ponchos.
I think team coherence is important, and a poncho is certainly a look.
Lou, I always wanted a poncho. Lou.
No.
See, if Fred's got my back, maybe they should be, blue. Like to see.
Blue.
Yes, perhaps also with some kind of utility or be the word.
Pockets.
I was thinking like a belt or a sash belt, kind of something to secure the poncho a little bit.
Big pockets.
There could be big pockets, yes, to hold all our big things. But yes, and I will need a hat. Because
Maybe we should think about surviving first, guys.
We
Right.
already did.
right. We need to take a proper look around the old, big, drifty, dead place.
Yeah.
Yes, remain.
Maybe we should take Vina with us, Captain. She's pretty good back there.
Yes, I think Vina. Oh, I forgot the name of the creatures that we fought.
Silence.
You don't
No.
actually know what they were. I don't think anyone rolled a high enough history check, if I remember correctly.
Vina Wormbane will definitely be coming with us.
She kind of smirks and kind of like clicks her fingers back and stretches them and is just like, I'm ready to punch some more worms to death.
Nice. All right, the rest of you stay here. Listen to Flapjack. Wispop is in charge in my absence.
Yes, I am in charge of your absence. All fail before me. The Captain Wispop, appointed by Captain himself.
Interim
Fred,
Captain.
scrub the deck. Yeah, you see Wispop kind of starts lording over the top of here, and oh god, what the fuck did I just do? Oh no, never mind. And Befred just starts scrubbing the deck, and yeah, beyond as you return your way in. So let me grab your tokens. Grab Ickle with Rilara.
Gonna get ponchoed. Nothing's gonna stop me.
I'm actually going to copy
Thing is-
your tokens because I think it'll be easier. I have to drag back and forth.
Part of me also wants to get punched in real life, so I'm just like, oh.
Poncho's the best. I'll never forget Pete in his poncho. He lived in that thing. Oh, sorry, it's not a poncho, it's a ruana,
Oh, okay.
which is a Colombian poncho.
Alright, so once. Now, Rita, you make your way back across the plank on towards the derelict Mind Flayer ship. This time with a different mindset, going across the first, being welcomed by a seemingly sort of figure in distress, but now you are boarding the ship itself alone, knowing that some of its inhabitants have been destroyed, but other ones perhaps have not. You board back on towards the observation deck. You see, as I described before, a ship that is made of fleshy tendrils, like a H.P. Geiger painting, just sort of all around the sides of it. It looks like a living thing, this ship. Below you, you see a set of stairs sort of heading downwards into what looks like a sort of a bridge floor that you've travelled before, and also a ladder going up, and what looks up to which has an overhanging command deck above.
That's
Just so they...
sticks, right?
Yeah. Just so I don't forget, Rohan would have given Micken the maps that he found.
Yeah,
the star maps.
Fine. Yeah.
All right then, everyone. Let's do this properly. I'll cover you all. He sort of wiggles the rifle, the musket rather. We'll go room by room, and we'll stick together.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Lead the way, Wormbane.
Very well. You want to go up or down?
Did we check up?
She still shakes her head. Don't think so.
Alright, I suppose up first then.
So you begin to climb up the ladder. There is 2 stop-off points. One that you did check because you found the tentacle rod there. However, you did not go all the way up to the very top of the command deck, to the captain, what looks like a captain's chair. At the very top, you see there is an impressive chair poised at the end of a catwalk, so its occupant can look down onto the bridge floor itself. You see there are green glowing maggots that crawl over the current chair's occupant, a headless Mind Flayer corpse.
Ugh. Do I know what the little glowy things are?
They're like these little
Like
glowing maggots. You can do a nature check for me if you'd like, Rulara. 22 is pretty fucking good. Rohan is literally... Rohan, you're like, ooh, gummies! But Rohan, Rulara quickly points out and says, those are, arcane maggots, Rulara, you quickly realise. They are, sorry, not arcane, astral maggots. You would know, with the 22 in particular, that... you've read about the academy that these types of maggots are not, they're not just only found within wild space itself, but it's a long rumored history that these maggots often come from strange experiments that are speculated to lie beyond in wild space, originally or from different planes, and are very much uniquely linked with often illithid ships, Mind Flayer ships itself, or Mind Flayers. And with the 22 more specifically, you would know that often these creatures are often found as food for another creature called cranium rats. Do another nature to see how much you know about cranium rats themselves, though. 15 is what you needed. They are no smarter than ordinary rats and behave as such, but however, if a cranium rats sort of come together to form a swarm, they merge their minds into like a single intelligence with all the accumulated memories of all the swarm's constituents, and they become smarter as a result. They are created by the mind flayers themselves. They have like exposed brains on the top and some psionic powers. They're quite dangerous. They can be quite dangerous creatures.
Whoa.
Despite their sort of unassuming form.
We don't see any of those here right now. Just the maggots.
Yeah, but you do know that they, like I said, these maggots are often a popular food source for cranium rats.
She would just briefly mention, just keep an eye out for any, she would say the name again, which I've forgotten.
Cranium
To everyone
rats.
see what they know
Or astral maggots.
about them.
Sounds thoroughly disgusting.
Yeah.
Be careful, Rohan.
They can be dangerous.
Should we kill him?
Pretty sure he's dead already.
Yeah.
No, I mean the maggots.
Not so much the maggots, but if you see any other rats I mentioned.
Do a perception
Yes.
check, Rohan.
Oh.
22. From the top of this headless body, you see like this wiggling, almost looks like a worm that's sticking out of the wound itself.
Does he think that might be a tail?
With the 22 and the fact that you thought it was, then I'd say yeah.
Oh man, it's one in his bro! And he's going to point at it.
Barney will open fire if he can.
Yeah, go for it. Make a shot for me.
That's an 8.
Oh.
And I think with that, we will probably need to roll initiative. Because you certainly, as you shoot into the body, that sort of top half of it explodes out the rest of this mind flayer corpse, and you see not only one rat breaks forward, but scurrying
Nice.
out of them. Let me quickly stick on some different music. Fuck, my voice is so fucked. That COVID has messed up my voice so much.
Magic brain rats.
Magic brain rats.
I do love a magic brain rat. Right. And then Vina. At the top of the round, we have Rulara.
That's Rohan.
Oh, yes, sorry, Rohan. Did he roll?
Oh shit. Oh, just sort of blanked out there for a minute.
No, it's fine.
Fuck it now.
It's been a long day. Oh my gosh.
Oh
goodness.
yeah, here he goes.
Rohan, you're at the top of the round. Sorry, Rulara. But Rohan's
Sorry?
here to steal thunder.
Oh shit, I can do this now.
Inspiration as well.
Oh yeah, you do get inspiration, that's correct.
Each? Oh, damn. He is gonna bring out his tentacle rod. Why is it not coming up? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Why doesn't it show on his attacks?
I don't know.
Might because it's a rod. I'll just roll it here.
27
Oh, dear.
definitely hits.
On a hit, the tentacle does 1d6 bludgeoning. And If he hit a target... Oh, wait. Each tentacle...
Let me have a quick
Oh,
look at
shit.
it.
There's 3.
Yeah, there's 3 separate tentacles. Have a look at the item myself.
So... What's that?
Let's have a look, see, shall we?
Oh, it's only if you hit with all 3. So you hit with 2.
Yeah, so you do need to hit with the, obviously on subsequent turns.
It doesn't say add your strength. But he doesn't have any strength. So it's 6 points of bludgeoning. Yeah, bludgeoning damage.
6 points of bludgeoning. Does he have? Do you have 2 attacks? Does it all go off at once?
It says.
Oh, to direct each tentacle. You're right. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
No, I'm reading it wrong.
It says full 3 hits. So that's like
6 damage to it in total. Very nice. Does she grab one of the rats and the other rat sort of get one out of the air, but the others keep scuttling towards you?
He'll back.
You would notice
He'll
as
back up a
well
bit.
that Rohan, that it does seem to be less effective than you thought.
Okay.
Oh.
Right. It is Rulara's go.
Just gonna firebolt him. Yeah.
25 certainly hits and 7 damage will certainly.
Just gonna move back over here as well. That's it.
Okie doke. Barnabas, it's your go.
Oh, Barney's gonna switch to the greatsword.
Whoops,
He's
did
gonna-
not mean to click that. Ignore that.
He's gonna
Hide that.
step on up and attack him. Yeah.
It's 18 certainly hits. 9 slashing.
Second attack.
Which would be half
Eat 'em.
as well.
Oh.
Second one does actually miss, unfortunately.
Yeah. That is my turn.
Take. The cranium rats, seeing that you have run up to it, Barnabas, seeing a quite powerful figure. Although Rohan has the, I think Rohan has the old tentacle rod.
Yeah.
The greatest power known to man.
Yeah, this it's going to cast. Can you make a wisdom saving throw for me, please, Rohan?
Okay.
Lord Tentacles.
Oh,
It's
he's
a
inspiration. Oh shit. So I thought it was a 5. Yeah.
Let's see if anything happens. You would have had advantage on the saving throw as well. If we I don't think nothing happens if that happens. So that did not work. So that is that creature's one of its abilities out the way. However, in the meantime, it is going to move up and bite at Barnabas. There's a 12 misses, so
Jeez.
that is its turn though. Vina is going to move up alongside you, Barnabas, and she's gonna try and start punching these rats.
Oh yeah.
Punch the rats.
17 does hit. Got 5 points of bludgeoning damage halved to 2. Rohan, it is your go.
He's gonna. Seeing he's got 15 feet with this thing. Gonna hit it again.
as the tentacles rush out towards more of the rats in a desperate effort to contain them. 20 hits. 21 certainly hits as well.
Oh, I'll use the inspiration now.
Okay.
I want all three to hit.
23 also hits.
Oh.
Roll that damage. 5 after 2. 1, so it's 3 damage. And then...
And
6 damage in total.
has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, con save. It gets a 5.
On a failure, the creature's speed is halved. Its disadvantage on dex saves. Can't use reactions for a minute. Moreover, on each of its turns, it can either take an action, but it can't do both an action and a bonus action. And it does a save at the end of its turns.
Very nice.
Take that!
Rulara.
Firebolt. Play.
Nice.
Little snail. Oh yeah, Jesus, 12 damage. A lot of the rats are being killed off now. Barnabas, it's your go.
Chop, chop, dig, dig, chop, chop. Yeah. Yeah.
It hits. And hits again.
Oh. Die, die, die.
Oh. So 11 damage with that. You've certainly killed more than half of the swarm now, Barnabas, as you swing round with your greatsword, just cleaving rats out of the air. One of them, you sort of cut the head off, and this little brain goes flying out into the distance and sort of like pings off the floor, and just sort of this like head of this rat with this exposed sort of illuminated brain sort of sits in front of you. Rular, and Ickle kind of looks down and kind of just like kind of like retreats slightly back into your fur.
No.
Excellent work, team. We've got them on the ropes.
In time. Can at this point Barnabas please make a? Well, no, it could be. Actually, no. It can be 10-foot radius square. So can Barnabas and Rohan. Would you please make wisdom saving throws? There's a pass for Barnabas.
Yes.
And a pass for Rohan.
Yeah.
Yep, no, that is. But it will try and bite down at Barnabas again. Oh, it does crit.
Oh.
This could be a lot of damage.
Oh dear.
So this is maximized.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So 12 plus 7 is 19 initially. And then it would be 21 plus 18 is with the
39.
39. So yeah. Yeah, it's definitely taking you down.
Rat's biting you.
But it's not enough to outright kill you, even with both maximized. I don't think. What's 5 times 40? Plus 18. No, it would not be enough to out kill you. Natural 20 on the older injury check, though. Do you get a point of inspiration for that? Almighty. And that is the cranium rat's turn, though. Vina, seeing that Barnabas has gone down, is just like, shit, and it's gonna unload on it. The 24 definitely hits. Have that 8 after 4. Rohan, it's your go. You see Barnabas before you, this huge figure, as these rats sort of swarm onto him, and one of them bites into the side of him, which the bite itself doesn't seem to do an awful lot, as it sort of pierces into his neck. It looks painful, but not enough to take a man of Barnabas's size down. But then suddenly you just sort of get this sense, almost like a spider sense in your head, as you just sort of get this residual kind of like this almost like migraine type sort of power that you think's gone directly through Barnabas's head, and then he just falls unconscious.
He's going to use Balm for Summer Court as his bonus action
Nice.
to heal Barney. Then he's going to use. God. It's going to be like, Barney, no! He's going to step up to the. He's going to do a Thunder Wave.
Thunder Wave, nice. Will hit Vina.
But I thought you could put it so it was like this. So it was like that, those 9 squares down.
I thought you had to always be at the centre of it. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh wait, am I thinking of Thunder something else? Oh, originate 15-foot cube originating from you.
Yeah, so it
Isn't
wouldn't
that
be like that.
I thought it was like you could move it. Maybe you won't do that.
Having a look.
It's always been a weird one.
Yeah, it's I think in the book it specifies it's like on the side of like a cube like this. But it's always been a bit of a weird one.
Yeah, I think I'm just remembering Marlin when we did it wrong. Okay, won't do that then. He'll just whip it again.
You have to whip it. Whip it good.
Whip.
20 hits. 15 also hits.
Whip.
Oh, I just realised, would it have... No, it's not turning. Mind. Yeah, all 3 of those hit. But 3 half to 1, 6 half to 3, and then 4 half to 2. So that's 2, 5, 6 damage. There's not too many left now. Anything else, Rohan?
That's everything.
Rulara, it's your go.
He went down, but still firebolt.
Definitely hits.
Consistent.
Is that your go, Rulara?
That's it.
Barnabas, you are back on the floor.
Oh, it's a nasty nip.
Oh, do you have to do injury?
I did it. Got a net
Wow.
twizzle. But you can't face more slashing.
Ugh.
Ah!
Another point of inspiration. You're getting
Crit me, you get
racking
crit
them
back.
up. Describe to me how you want to kill these.
23 on the first hit. I think as soon as he's on the floor, as he gets up, he just fucking like sweeps the greatsword across the ground and just obliterates all the different rats.
Oh, and I love it. I love the
They're all on
idea
the
of sort of, if you'll allow me to expand upon this idea, I imagine
Yeah.
all the cranium rats rushing across the floor at Barnabas, and just sort of the balm of the summer court from Rohan sort of rushing through him, and his eyes kind of like come open as the sort of camera comes right up to his big eye, and he slams his fist into the ground so hard that it causes the light form of the rats to go rising up into the air, and then he swings around with the greatsword and cuts all through the remaining ones.
Yeah, sliced.
Like an anime protagonist.
Oh, yeah.
And with that, you have finished off the swarm of cranium rats that lies upon the captain's chair and the dead mind flayer's body.
Thought I'd read about them being dangerous was a bit of an over-exaggeration then, but it wasn't.
Nope, definitely right on the point. That really hurt. Ow.
Rohan will do a cure wounds on Barney.
Thank you.
Oh, God.
And
Think
Barney-
like you need more, Barney? I've got a bit left, but...
Oh, you save your stuff. I will second win for 8. Just patching me back up piece by piece. I'll be fine. I won't run in next time. I'll let Wormbane do her thing. I'll stay at the back and shoot. Someone who hasn't just been horribly mauled by tiny rats can maybe pat down the man in the chair or what's left of them. I'm going to sit over here with Ickle.
You want to, Relara? You want to not get your hands dirty? It's pretty gross.
I mean, I don't really want to take a bite from a rat if there was a stray one, you know?
Yeah. I'll have a look then. Rohan's just gonna...
Vina kind of sighs and
Yeah.
says, I'll give you a hand.
He'll, like, prod it with his stick.
Make an investigation check with advantage. 18.
Just kind of like hovers around.
Rohan, you kind of poke there with the ends of the tentacle rod. The tentacles kind of moving out towards the various points of the Mind Flayer, almost as if they are recognising an old master. They sort of limply kind of sort of grab different parts of the body and sort of move off different bits to check what is them. With a 15, you as you're sort of moving the arm off one of the body off the sort of armchair of the spelljamming, what looks like was once a sort of spelljamming helm, but too badly damaged to be sort of used properly. You see that the arm kind of, as it falls off, it kind of, you see this sort of like compartment below that kind of clicks upwards and opens from the weight of the arm being moved. And within, you see this little compartment within this chair. You see there's a scroll contained in a black metal tube.
He's gonna pick it up and he's gonna be like, think first, Relara, and chuck her the tube.
Oh, I want to see if I catch it.
Yeah, do a dexterity check. No, goes flying past you and rolls back towards Barnabas.
I suffered enough.
Sorry, Relara.
Oh, I wasn't quick enough.
I think I just locked it, you know?
You gotta say it a bit quicker, then I'll be ready.
You should stop trying to throw things with your tentacle rod.
Yeah, with that new tentacle rod and you lobbing stuff about, I'll have to call you the lobster.
Just call me Mr. Tentacle Moon River from Undercliff Village.
Lord Tentacles.
I'll go pick it up with her tail and just push it up to her hands.
Yeah,
What is it?
If you unroll the scroll, do an Arcana check, just because you are a wizard, so you would be able to sort of look through scrolls and have a better idea. Oh, yeah, 23. You recognise there's a spell scroll of Wall of Force.
Whoa! That's a big one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it is a good spell.
Oh, that's an impressive one you found there, Rohan. Good to add that to my book.
With the Arcana check, I'll sort of include that as part of your sort of intelligence check as well, Rulara. You get the impression that that usually the captain of a ship with a Wall of Force spell would you get the impression the situation would be sort of a last minute thing of activating it to ensure the ship, the pilot ship, does not get captured by any intruders of enemies, so they could put a wall of force around themselves and stop anyone. However, it does look like this particular captain was whoever killed the Mind Flayers aboard this ship was far too quick and far too dangerous to even allow the Mind Flayers. Looks like this was some kind of, from your impression, some kind of stealth attack.
Yeah. I mean, she'll say that, the stealth attack part, but probably not the rest of it, because they don't need to know that.
Yeah.
Captain,
Yes?
what are we looking for on the ship?
Anything useful? Or further information that might help us unravel this whole ordeal, or anyone that needs saving.
Got it.
Things we could sell could be coming useful as well. You know, if we're going to
Yeah.
maintain a ship.
Anything you can find might save a donkey, Rohan.
Like this whip! And he holds out the whip.
Yes. Alright. I will stay at the back and use the old musket. Vina, if you wouldn't mind leading the way, it's time to head down.
Right, you are, sir. And she begins heading down into the... Just grab her tokens. There we go. So would you be heading all the way down the ladder back onto the bridge floor, I imagine?
Yes.
As you pass another corpse of a mind flayer, where Rohan found his tentacle rod, you make your way back onto the bridge floor. You can see that there's a set of stairs going down that heads into the battle deck below, where you fought many of the Sirlons. You can see ahead there's a number of broken ballistas that Rulara spotted before.
Have we opened these doors before?
I don't believe so. I think you tried, but they are like fleshy doors that were not easy to open. So there's a door also here behind you. That
Yeah, not these ones. We opened the ones below, I think.
yeah, you opened
Rohan
one.
did.
Yeah, you opened one of the ones below, I believe.
Alright, this is where it gets tricky. We need to open these doors. We need to clear the ship. Does
Okay.
anyone have any ideas about opening flesh doors?
Wait, didn't we open one before?
You
Because
did.
that guy was like, let's open the door. And it's like, no.
Yeah, there was some below on the battle deck that you went to open. You managed to open one that was like a storage area with a number of different sort of ballista and mangonel sort of ammunition within. That was the only one you managed to open. And there was, also there was one other one you opened with the star charts on as well. That was also in the battle deck that you secured for Micken.
Well, they were flesh doors as well.
All of them are flesh doors. Yeah.
How did you open them before, Rohan?
You'd
I
remember.
just
Sorry, go on, Ray.
paused it. So he'd hold up his rod and he'd be like, maybe. And he'd put the rod against the door.
And as you place the rod against the door, the tentacles automatically and just shoot out towards it, and they just go into this point of the door, and then it like expands outwards and reveals what is beyond for you.
Oh.
Shit.
Disgusting and effective.
Yeah.
Inside, you find more further, looks like weapons and equipment that has been placed in here that would have been used on the, if they were working, the siege equipment on board.
Some ammunition might be useful.
If there's any smaller ammunition, I'm running low with the old musket shot.
You could probably find musket ammo within there, I'd say.
How many?
Roll a 2d12.
Oh, come on, you bastards. But I'll take it. 8.
You get the impression as you're gathering through, Barnabas, that it looks like some of it has been sort of salvaged from other places, maybe.
Okay. Well, grab anything you think's useful, but if you wouldn't mind doing your horrendously traumatizing trick again, Rohan.
He'd stand far back as possible and be like, long shot! And do it from there.
Amazing. Yeah, and revealing this door, it looks like there is beyond a fleshy sort of bioluminescent, what looks like a toilet, perhaps an opening in the floor, like a seat with a hole in the bottom, that you can see as you look down into Rohan. The hole, the sort of tentacles begin sort of rising up out of it, sort of almost eager to meet your waiting bottom.
It's like, looks like some sort of fancy bidet.
Don't mind if I do.
He'd be tempted, but he's just like, everyone's got to poop, man, and like walks out.
Right, moving on.
Alright, just in case we're missing anything though, I'm gonna try detect magic. Can I cast it without doing it ritually?
Yeah, you can do it one or the other.
Okay, I'll just cast it then.
Don't believe. Just quickly have a look. You get lots of pings from all the sort of magical lighting around you.
Mm.
There would be a ping coming from over here. That direction. There would also be... They're not magical. Just looking if there's anything below.
We'll get to below.
There would be some stuff below, sort of straight downwards from you.
Okay. There's something magical beyond that one. It's probably worth having a look.
Right, if you wouldn't mind, Lord Tentacles.
Abracadabra.
As the three tentacles once more, they move towards the door and pierce into somewhere in a sort of fleshy, and the door begins to sort of slide open, and I'll unlock the door. The room immediately looks like it's been repurposed and more used. You get the impression this is not. Once perhaps this had a sort of fleshy bed and things inside, but it looks like it's very much been repurposed for more sort of humanoid use. There is a standard rough sort of bed that's looks like it's not been used in some time. There's a desk and a sort of an open sort of suitcase with sort of humanoid clothes chucked around.
Okay.
Barney's covering with his gun. He's a little bit nervous after getting bopped by the rats.
Yeah, my mum said to clean my room too, but just kind of ended up like this.
Where's the ping coming from, Natalie?
It'd be coming from the sort of open suitcase that seems to have a lot of different things. Sort of like lots of clothes and little bits of sort of gear.
Can I have a look in it first before touching anything?
If you want, yeah, you can do an investigation check. 9. Just looks like clothes and other sort of bits. This is just your search from you, because you could.
Yeah.
Doesn't look unless there was like secret compartments. It doesn't look like it's particularly complicated to look through. But this is just your sort of view from a distance to see if you think it's anything within there. You don't seem to notice anything though.
Greyhound's gonna look for some ponchos.
There would not be any ponchos. It looks very much like the sort of gear that before Worm Boy transformed and showed his true self. It very much looks like sort of piratey style gear, and very much the clothing that would have been worn similarly by a lot of the corpses you found within the cargo deck before.
Before I root around in the suitcase, what is on the table?
There would be sort of scraps of like food. Some of it smells quite off and quite rotten, like it's been here for some amount of time. Like a dirty plate that's got, you know, bits of old bread, that sort of bits of tentacle have sort of reached out from the wall and have kind of are sort of like currently sort of squirting sort of digestive juices on the top of.
Quite the place they have here. I'm just gonna try and find the item I can see since. Yeah, let's do a proper route around.
Yeah, as you go through, you find the source of your what you think is the source of your detect magic spell, and it seems to be this like this bottle, like a sort of a glass sort of ceramic bottle. I'll put a picture of it in the. Looks kind of like that.
Ooh, fancy.
Wait, it's not very heavy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a painted brass bottle. You think?
Has it got a? Do I know what magic it is? What type of magic?
Do an Arcana check for me. Fuck me. 29 is a very good. You get the sort of. It's not like a specific magic school that comes off of this. Maybe abjuration if it was. You get the. You also get like a sense of like sort of. Kind of elemental fire coming from this. There's like a warmth to it.
I don't know if she'd know much about elemental stuff. Maybe. But so she just hold it out. I found this for her hand. This feels magical. Kind of like an off abjuration magic. She kind of like turns it in her hands. Is there like a lid? Can I like lift it?
There is a lid. Do you lift
Does
it?
it smell of anything?
Do you lift it?
Yeah, I lift it. Totally lift it.
Roll a D100 for me.
Oh, I love a D100.
56. As you lift the sort of top of it's quite stiff. You have to kind of like sort of undo it like a sort of stiff kind of like bottle of sort of liquid. And as you do, you the sort of smoke begins to sort of emanate from the thing, and then suddenly it rushes forward and the entire room is filled with smoke, and you're all blinded for a second, and then begins to dissipate, and in the place of the smoke you see a creature that stands next to you. Let me see if I can just get a where's it? Oh no, I've spelled it wrong. Boom. You see a horned, sort of red-skinned figure that stands before. Why is it not showing for me? Come on, drag it out. Apologies, I'm lagging a bit. Have I lagged out completely? Fucking haven't I? Fuck's sake. Yeah, of course I have. Hello?
Hello.
Sorry, I lagged out.
Jesus.
Oh,
So
just
free.
make sure it's still recording.
It's still recording.
Uh-oh.
Why is it not dragged
Oh.
out for me?
It is for
Yeah,
us.
Yeah, we see it.
Scary.
Let me reload my page quickly. It's nothing. It's all crashed for me. Start my music. Yes, so before you, Rulara, standing in the room, you see a red-horned figure that stands before you and looks at you. And kind of like looks left and right, tilting its head like a confused dog, and then kind of stretches slightly, and then the Afrita, this creature sort of looks towards you, and it just says, "What is thy bidding?"
Oh, oh.
Rohan would just be like, "Sup, bro?"
He just doesn't even look at Rohan.
Everything okay in there? Says pointing his gun at the thing.
I'll be honest, I'm not sure.
You are not the previous owner.
Owner?
The master. You are not the previous.
Hmm.
It is
What
polite to introduce oneself.
What do I know about genies?
Do a nature check if you want.
Hmm. Nothing.
A 13. Little. You know that... 13, what you would know. You would know that they're rare elemental creatures out of story and legend. That's about it.
Hmm. Rare elemental creatures, but she would know that they do exist. Not
Yes.
like they're fairy tales.
No, you know
Right.
they exist, but you don't know anything beyond that.
Okay. I think she'd just sort of stand there, sort of stunned, and look at Rohan. You came out of the bottle?
It is my prison.
Well, then you just leave, man.
Yeah.
Doesn't respond to Rohan.
I mean, she looks at Rohan, sees he's not responding.
My time is almost up within my prison. This
I
is
see.
the previous master did not wish for the contract to be completed. This is the last time I will serve before the contract is broken.
And what do you mean, serve?
What is thy bidding?
I mean, we're looking for stuff on a ship at the moment. No.
Lara, ask for some ponchos.
Yeah, ponchos. Why would I ask him for ponchos?
Is that your heart's desire?
No, it really isn't my heart's desire. Ponchos.
Rohan looks crestfallen.
Let me clarify further. This contract within this vessel, and he looks to the bottle.
Yeah.
And he says, is almost over. 3 wishes. Once served, and I shall be free. 2 were already completed. by the previous master. Yet he did not wish to give up control over me. What is thy bidding? What is thy heart's desire?
I think she'd be familiar with the wish spell, right?
Yeah, you're a wizard.
Yeah.
It's like pretty legendary.
Yeah.
Do you want to see how much you know about the wish spell, though? Because...
Yeah.
Do an Arcana check. 21, okay. So you do know that the wish is like the mightiest spell a mortal creature can cast. By simply speaking aloud, you can alter the very foundations of reality in accord with your own desires. You know that the basics use of the spell is to duplicate any other spell of 8th level or lower. You can also create an object up to 25,000 gold pieces in value. You can allow up to 20 creatures within range to gain all hit points and end all effects on them as described in the Greater Restoration spell. You can grant up to 10 creatures that you can see resistance to a certain damage type. You can grant up to creatures immunity to a single spell for 8 or magical effect for 8 hours. For example, a Leech's Life Drain attack. You can undo a single recent event by forcing a reroll of any roll within the last round, including your last turn. So, for example, you could undo an opponent's successful save, a foe's critical hit, etc. And the wish spell can also do stuff beyond the scope of the above examples. And you can state your wish as precisely as possible. But I will say that I have great latitude in ruling what occurs in such an instance. The greater the wish, the greater the likelihood that something goes wrong. The spell can just simply fail altogether as well, and the effect you desire might only be partly achieved, or you might suffer some unforeseen consequence as a result of how you worded the wish. So, for example, in the thing it says, wishing that a villain were dead might propel you forward in time to a period where the villain is no longer alive, effectively removing you from the game.
Well, shit.
Or, similarly, wishing for a legendary magic item or artifact might instantly transport you to the presence of the item's current owner.
Okay.
Heck of many things.
There's also a lot of stress in casting the spell, but you wouldn't technically be casting this.
Yeah. She'll just sort of look up at... That's too much to ask me. I was a puddle a minute ago. Can I postpone? How long do you live?
Should the contract not be complete, then you forfeit your wish.
Talking dog!
Does it have to be right now?
Really big gun.
I have 1 hour before I am free.
Bigger ship.
Shit.
Better ship.
Fucking hell.
Bring back Winston!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that could be really bad.
Donkey Megazord.
Alright, everyone go ahead of me. I've got to think about this.
I'm not going anywhere. The guy tries something funny. He's got a big sword.
Does have a big sword.
You could ask for his sword.
I don't really want a sword, to be honest.
Maybe you could wish for Ickle to be like really big.
Or a person.
No.
Turn Ickle into a halfling.
No.
Laser eyes.
Laser eyes.
Is there like some sort of magic item you really wanted, Relara? Like a whip? And he pulls out his whip. Because I could just give this to you.
Tentacle whip.
I really don't want your whip, guys. It's really hard to think.
Why don't you wish for like more wishes?
Yeah.
She kind of looks at the guy.
He's completely ignoring
so.
the other two, like almost as if they're not. It's not like an active ignore. It's almost like they're not even there.
I feel like I can't waste a wish spell on just getting 25,000 gold. Like that's shit.
There's some gold worth of an item.
Yeah.
Why don't you wish for like 25,000 gold pieces, but in copper pieces?
I think we would fall out of space there, Rohan.
That's a lot of metal.
Yes, well, yeah.
What's your favorite food? You could have your favorite food for the rest of your days.
Yeah.
Or you could become a puddle again.
Yeah, puddle was an experience, but
Or
not again.
gaining great arcane knowledge of some kind.
Yeah, I'm thinking along that line. You know.
Remember, Relara, it's the journey, not the destination. Maybe you should like make it more long.
Make it what more long?
Journey.
Longer journey.
Another
Forever,
tail.
Rohan.
Can you wish to level up?
I mean, you can wish for anything, but it's within the.
Yeah.
It's the greater the wish, then the more stuff that could go wrong.
Yeah, and I think Rudara
Wish.
knows that with the wish spell.
Wish the memory of that flesh toilet out of all of our heads.
I could wish for you to be.
I'll post it in the chat as well, so you
Yeah,
just.
I'm reading it.
It's really weird, like how much it can do. I mean, I guess the latitude makes it. Because wishing for like not to have a crit seems.
Can you do
odd.
an insight check, Rulara? I want to point
Yeah.
something out to you as well. That 16, I think it's just enough. I want to point out it's not you casting the spell.
Oh right.
Yeah. I don't know what you mean by that.
So you wouldn't suffer the bad bit. It would happen to the guy casting.
Well,
Oh.
potentially, but also bear in mind that
He's got something to gain.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would just say that, if you wish something from, someone else wishing it, he's wording the wish. And, it's... Just, be careful when messing with genies, basically.
Yeah. That's the thing, though. She doesn't know that much about genies.
No.
You know? But she
Right.
knows they exist.
The just on the surface seems weird, right? I'll give you anything you want.
Yeah,
Why?
it's sketchy. Let's keep it simple then. We'll keep it simple.
I wish that Rohan was bald.
No. I wish Rohan's hair was even longer.
That Rohan's hair was sentient.
And all effects. Greater restoration. That's not gonna restore your groin.
No.
Immunity spell.
Wish for me to have robot legs. Or tank tracks. Best.
What kind of damage? You remember the tentacles that were attacking the thing? What kind of damage was that? Was it just bludgeoning?
Yeah.
There wasn't no psychic damage going on or anything.
Not from Rohan's tentacles, no.
because it says you can give some 10 creatures resistance to a damage type.
Yeah.
And I'm leaning toward that one.
What, permanently?
Yeah, it gives it permanently.
Oh, wow. This swag.
This is why I wanted Blam to wish for the resistance to psychic damage, so he'd be resistant to every type of damage. I thought that was funny.
With all the liches and brain rats, I'm thinking maybe psychic.
Pretty cool.
But but otherwise it's not very common damage type. I don't know. Fire might be better.
That'd be quite good. But yeah, bludgeoning, piercing. There's only 3, isn't there? So,
Yeah, bludgeoning, piercing. Piercing could be good. Piercing. A lot of stuff does piercing.
Or you could wish to sneeze glitter.
It's true, you could.
Yeah.
Or wish that Rohan could transform into an umbrella.
Natalie would just do custard damage if we did too many damages.
Yeah, I think we just keep it simple. It's a genie. Resistance to I don't know, because now he's going to make it all weird. It's like psychic damage. It's like, okay, well, your brain gets really big.
But you have no brain. Yeah, but if you do fire, it could turn... the genie could turn us all into tieflings or something.
Yeah.
Tiefling Rohan.
I think Rohan's great.
I don't know. I'm debating whether or not to just not do one.
Yeah.
But that's boring. Let's see what happens. Let's see. I want to see. Resistance
I think I'd wish for 25,000 gold pieces worth of spell scrolls. See what happens.
But it could be like all the same spells. It's all light cantrip.
I mean, 25 GP is pretty good. It can't be any more than 300 feet. And it appears in an unoccupied space.
It might appear in space.
But we are in space.
No, I mean, it might appear outside the bubble and just start
It all depends how you word it.
Yeah, you gotta get your lawyer talk on.
You really do.
Oh shit. I'm not very good at lawyering talking.
Well, the first step is to decide on what you want. Is it resistance?
I feel like we could do some gold, to be honest. I think you're pretty good with the bigger ship idea. Although,
Ooh. Do we know how much ships cost?
Although I don't know how big a ship is. 300 feet in any dimension might be a bit small.
You could wish for this one to be restored, and then we could pilot it. Although I don't really want that, 'cause it's a flesh ship.
Flesh ship, yeah.
Oh, here you go. A space galleon costs 30,000 gold pieces.
have a really shit space galleon.
I think we'll go for resistance. Just because it's easier. Okay, Genie.
What is your heart's desire?
I wish.
You start that sentence, and all the morbid curiosity comes rushing in.
Yeah.
I wish for a snake tongue. Damn it!
I mean, there's lots of things that Rulara wishes for herself, but with the wish spell, it doesn't think that that'll be what exactly she wants. I'm trying to think. It says up to 10 creatures that you can see, which is a bit annoying.
Hey, everybody, get over here.
Hey guys.
I mean, you could reword it so it includes them.
Hmm?
Yeah. Okay, Genie. I wish that every every creature
Oh,
in my crew
Oh, rap crew.
would
I'm typing this down.
resist um I mean it's a weird one because it's not like you're gonna be like damage type psychic in game.
be resistant to mind damaging magics. So
Yeah. Resistant to magics that affect the mind?
Is that what your wish is?
I mean, it's pretty shit-ish, really. But we'll see what. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, let's do that.
So you wish for every creature in your crew would resist magic of the minds.
Yeah, magic that affects the mind.
Magic that affects the mind.
Yeah.
Okay. He nods and says, and
wait.
he nods and
Including me.
says, you didn't say that.
No, yeah, fuck.
Yeah, he nods and says, your wish is my command. And everyone but Rulara
Yeah.
gains resistance to psychic damage.
Woohoo!
And I'd also
Nice.
say, based on the wording of that wish, you would also get advantage on effects that try to probe your mind, such as the Detect Thought spell.
Nice.
I was also going to say, Natalie, it means if someone gets a brain injury,
Mm-hmm.
which is harder now,
Yeah.
that means you can heal it.
Yeah. Positive things, magics of the mind.
It's true.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
Yeah, magic that affects the mind. Yeah, that's a very good point. Wouldn't be able to heal brain injuries. And
Don't
as
get a
you
brain
do,
injury, everyone.
disappears in smoke that shoots out of the top of the the derelict ship.
Would it also count like saving throws against stuff like dominate
That's what
people and
that's,
stuff like
that's
that?
what I was talking about.
Is that what you're saying? Oh, okay.
Anything that would affect the mind. So I'd say you have advantage on the effects. Sort of those kind of effects.
Cool. Except me. Damn it.
Except you, because everyone in your crew.
Yeah, I'm done.
Rohan. I feel like my mental fortitude has increased exponentially.
Was-
Good.
That was very community-minded of you, Rulara. Thank you.
I mean, I kind of did try to get myself in there, but I think it's too late. But it's fine. I'm glad everyone feels a bit more head hardy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but,
me-
like, knocks
me-
on his skull.
Me got a good brain.
I like to imagine Rohan doesn't carry his tentacle staff like he should, and instead he just puts the tentacles on his head and wears the staff like a hat sticking straight up like Tinky Winky or Dipsy. Bumps into doors as he goes through. Well, that was, I mean, you did a lot better than I would have done, Rulara. I would have just wished for a better gun, but I was never very good at pop quizzes.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that would have been better for everyone, but I think we might need all the defense we can get.
I agree, especially as we've got plenty of the ship left to explore. But
More of this room, even. I mean, honestly, I wasn't expecting to see a genie in this room. I have no idea what we're going to see in the next rooms.
Wait, that guy came from a box?
No, from this bottle right here. She picks it back up.
Oh man, that's a cool bottle, Rulara. At least you got something out of it.
I mean, it's kind of cool. I could put some potions in it, I guess.
Your spell box. Oh man, I would have risked for a box. That would have been cool.
Plenty of. Did Ickle get
He
Ickle get
did,
it as well?
yeah.
Yeah, good little Ickle. How you feeling, Ickle?
Just sort of moves up
Come
your
on, my shoulder.
shoulders slightly.
No. Good then.
We moving down into battle deck, Captain.
yes, absolutely. If you will lead the way. Any other fancy bottles? We know to everyone get thinking in case another fancy bottle shows up and you need to make a wish.
I want to go to space.
We're okay. Well,
Now we're on a boat.
So you make your way down to the bridge deck. You have the battle deck, sorry, that you have explored before. The body of a Sirlon lies crumpled in the doorway of the room where Rohan acquired the maps for Mikan. Beyond in the upper room, you see that there is a dark storage room with even more weapons and ammunition for the mangonel and other things. There's two doors in the further section back here where Barney has made his way around, though.
we need your awful key, Rohan.
Which one? This one or that one?
That second one.
Let's go, door.
Shoot out towards the door once more, and beyond, as soon as the door opens, a pungent smell just hits you, Rohan. Could you do a quick constitution saving throw for me? Yeah, you're alright. It's as it opens, there's just a very pungent smell of like sort of rotting bodies of these sort of humanoid creatures that sort of degenerate humanoid-like creatures, and otherwise sort of rooms that look tossed and turned. These do a quick nature check to see if you recognise what these creatures are. A 17. Yeah, you would recognise these creatures. You would know them as being often from Undercliff Village specifically. You would know that they're often talked about as sort of boogeymen style creatures in the night that might come out from the caves that operate nearby sort of Undercliff Village, and you would know them as Grimlocks. The story of them creatures being with a 17, you know, that the stories you heard in your childhood, it'd be sort of like if you were explored too deep into the caves, then you might get turned into a Grimlock.
Rohan's gonna be like, oh, it's the boogeyman, and walk out.
Barney holds up his gun and trains it on the figure, but he sees it's dead.
Is it, I'll probably have to cast it again. Detect magic again.
Yeah, you're not getting any magic from here.
Okay.
Lara. You would notice also on these creatures, Rohan, something that you're not familiar with. Well, it looks very foreign. Is that in between each of their fingers, there's these like sharp Wolverine style metal blades that are sticking out from in between their fingers. They look like medically stitched in.
Mm.
And Rulara specifically, can you make me either a history or an arcana check?
Yeah. I do like doing arcana
25.
checks.
You'd recognise these. You've read about you've read about Mind Flayer ships. You've read about the process of Mind Flayers and Illithids capturing lesser creatures and using them as sort of slaves or thralls. And often with these thralls, you've read specifically about something called flensing claws, where they stitch into the body of these creatures, so they have the ability to sort of sheathe claws within their body, much like Wolverine. It seems that now these ones are dead, they're sort of sticking out permanently. Also at 25, you think that your knowledge of this, and you think with enough time, you could probably, and studying the body, you could probably learn to replicate this in your companions if you chose to.
Oh, shit.
You could probably surgically remove them from the Grimlocks and re-implant them in some other people if you wanted to. But would be quite a lengthy operation. But something you could do. Give Rohan Wolverine claws.
Yeah. She sort of like looks around on them. She's like, I think I've read about these before, Rohan.
A boogeyman?
You see these little claws that they have here? The ones that are really sharp sticking out? Well...
Do you touch them at all, Rulara, the claws?
Yeah, I should sort of like pick up the wrist and like show it.
Yeah, as you do, sort of like touching the tendons, it sort of causes the claws to slowly like start retracting, and then if you let go, they like come back out.
Yeah. Well, these can be transplanted into other people.
Maybe you could put them in.
Fancy.
Put him in Vina. She's good at fighting.
Yeah, just look around to Vina's opinion on that.
She kind of looks down and says, "You sure you wanna? I mean, they're pretty badass, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, I was mostly joking. I'm not much of a surgeon here, guys. Magically, though, maybe.
What about Fred? They're just like, sit there.
I did always want to see a bubble boy with some sharp knives coming out of him. I'm sure you can find someone on the rock if you're that keen, but can't say I'm as much as I like the idea, it's not exactly my idea of a good time."
No, I mean, maybe we don't want to spend too much time around these guys anyway. Rotting bodies and things.
If I ever go back to Undercliff Village, I can be like, I saw 3 boogeymen! And they're dead.
What, is there anything else in this room now?
No, it looks like from what you can tell, it looks like quarters that were used for specifically for the thralls for these Grimlocks at one point, but it looks like they were basically they were just sort of resting here, and something's come in and just executed them with like efficiency. Like whatever's killed them is just like slices them instantly across the throat in a very quick and like you get the impression based on what you've seen before. You don't have to make a check for this, that it looks like it was probably done quite stealthily. Like some of them look like they are like, the room doesn't look exactly like the map looks. It's more like they've each got their own sort of individual sort of really crappy beds on the floor, just like from whatever they can gather. And each of them look like they were sleeping, and then just cut. Their throats have just been cut, and a black sort of blood oozes out, or it once oozes out. It's all dry now.
Yeah.
There's no,
can't sense,
no signs of a
can't sense
struggle or anything like
anymore.
that.
I can't sense any more magic items in this area. Just these guys. Kind of looks to Barney. Maybe the next room.
Yes, rather grim. Yes, please, Lord Tentacles.
The tentacles shoot out, and it reveals a room that very much is reminiscent of the last 3 more Grimlock, also with flensing claws, are been executed in their sleep.
Anything on the old magic of the text?
No, I will let you know if there is. There's only stuff coming from down.
Okay.
Yeah.
With how these guys died, is it plausible that these guys did that to them?
You can have a look at their bodies and do a medicine check for me if you'd like.
Yeah, I think Rayhan would. They were good at fighting, but there was a lot of these guys.
15, yeah. Rohan, you specifically remember looking at the sort of the bite marks before that were in the other creatures in the cargo deck. Even the Neogi, the body of the Neogi, had these bite marks on their bodies, but these creatures do not have any bite marks on them. You look at the wound and it looks like that of a blade, like a sharp, long blade, you think, that has been used to cut their throats in. It looks, the 15, it looks like an efficient, almost surgically executed wound. Whoever did this was extremely proficient to what they were doing.
So, just trying to work this out now. So, based on everything we've seen, this person could still be there, and it probably wasn't the Ceylons.
How do you mean? Explain what you mean, sorry.
Well, these guys, all the Mind Flayers are dead.
Looks like it, yeah.
The Ceylons don't look like they did this.
Definitely not. Like, based on all the other wounds you saw on the bodies in the previous deck, they had very specific bite wounds, and you can't see this on these bodies.
So these Ceylons are more like carrion, whereas the person who killed this ship isn't here.
You
Or
get
we've not found.
you get the impression that might be the case, yeah.
He'd be like, "We gotta watch out."
Based on your line of thinking, Rohan.
Yeah.
And I think because Rohan, obviously, I assume you're going to communicate with the rest of the crew.
Yeah.
I don't think Rohan would know enough, but Barney and Rulara might know enough about it. So
He would.
I put Rulara. I'm going to say the DC up front. It would be a DC sort of 17 for history check for Rulara. DC 20 for Barnabas.
History.
Okay. Barnabas definitely not, but Rulara with a 23. With what Rohan's saying, you think to enemies of Mind Flayers who might have wanted to do this to execute in such a brutal fashion. You think to the fact they're all beheaded as well. There's only one set of people who stand out in your mind as having the skill to do this and having the ability with stealth that you've seen before. The Githyanki just instantly come to your mind. They are ancient enemies of the Mind Flayers. That an entire species that once was enslaved by Mind Flayers, but were strong enough to eventually uprise against their masters. And you would, based on all your reading, you know that they attack Mind Flayer ships, and they can. Githyanki can be extremely dangerous. They operate in especially like crews that would board a Mind Flayer ship. They would be sort of tip top of the top sort of types of infiltration crews.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it makes sense. Everything you're seeing with these sort of the fact they've taken the heads, you think that looks like maybe the sort of things Githyanki might do for trophies.
Yeah, definitely. She was sort of like, probably not in super detail, but just sort of vaguely be like, well, yeah, it's starting to make sense as we walk around that it would be the Githyanki getting some revenge. Sworn enemies of the Mind Flayers. No wonder, really.
Think we
Sort of
should be
shoot over on it.
careful? And they might still be here.
They don't usually hang about, would they? Normally
You'd think
on a
not.
dead ship. No. Well, if we're lucky, they're probably not hanging about. I think this is a long gone one. Maybe not super long, but long enough for. What was the creature earlier again that we got attacked by?
The Sirlons.
Sirlons. But enough for the Sirlons to take hold.
I'll keep my peepers open.
Yeah, definitely don't want to run into them. Into any Githyanki right now.
So you're heading down further into the cargo deck.
Further.
Further in.
Further. Grab your tokens. So you'd head down past the battle prow you had before, and then you would arrive then here.
Magic.
The strewn out bodies of the cargo hold. It smells like a slaughterhouse. As much as you've seen before, they lie strewn about the deck. Most of the bodies appearing to be human. You do recognise the arachnid form with the eel-like leg that looks like the Neogi that you're familiar with. You would see that Barnabas. You'd see there is what looks like another set of stairs going down over here. There is a door here, and there is a door over here as well. The door on the far side, you can see the door to that compartment. It looks like it's been fastened shut with like sutures made of ropes and steel hooks.
That ship is gross. Well, we might have something a little out of the ordinary with that door, but perhaps we should open this one first. He's going to aim his gun at the door. Take a few steps back.
Saran get his little tentacles out and
Yeah,
and
he would.
opening behind, you see that there appears to be an egg clutch.
Ooh.
There in total are 5 broken eggs, 4 that appear to be sort of intact eggs. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 broken and 5 that look like they're intact.
How many did we fight earlier? Was it 5?
It was indeed.
Shall I destroy him?
Looks like they had a second wave coming for us. I'm not sure the best route to destroy them. Would Rilana know how would be a good method? Fire, bashing.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, I think you pretty much come up with yourself. You can you do a quick nature check. You didn't know a huge amount about Sirlons before, but you do get the impression that based on the size of the ones you fought, these things probably like grow pretty rapidly after hatching, but these eggs aren't big enough to sort of hatch things of that size out. Whatever things they're going to be, if they're babies in here, they're going to be quite small. This is like a big ostrich egg size.
Okay.
So whatever's inside is probably not going to be a huge threat yet. The emphasis on yet.
Yeah. Yeah, probably best to bash them, maybe.
Can Rohan do his tentacle whip and be like, triple threat as he hits each one with like one of the three with one rod of the tentacle.
Yeah, and you burst through 1, 2, 3 eggs, and like this sort of green, dark green ooze like pierces out the side. Inspecting inside, you would see quite quickly that 3 what looks like sort of the fetal remains of sort of worm-like creatures that match what you recognise as Surlon. And would you destroy the previous 2 as well?
Yeah, he would.
Yeah, throughout all 5 of them, it looks like you've destroyed all of them now. They're all dead. It would have looked like perhaps one of them might have been salvageable and being able to hatch. The rest look like they're probably already dead within the eggs. Okay. One of them might have been salvageable, but you've destroyed it.
Oh, we could have had a friend. No.
Maybe.
I really want one.
As you're like smashing through, from this door, Barnabas and Rohan, you're the first to hear it. You just start hearing like a voice calling out, saying, "Is someone there? Help! Help!"
Oh no, I'm not falling for this
Please,
again.
let me out!
Yeah. Pull the other leg, worm man.
My name's Jasper. The creatures, those worm-like creature aberrations that murdered the rest of the crew, they trapped me in here.
Yeah, Jasper Wormson.
Why didn't they eat you, man?
I managed to lock myself in here, but they've put some kind of I don't know. I can't get out. Maybe they were saving me for later.
I mean, it's possible. That's an inside joke.
Do an insight check if you'd like.
Rohan would be like, "I've got a question for you, man.
What?
What's the sound of one hand clapping, bro?
What did you say?
What's the sound of one hand clapping?"
I don't understand.
Khan looks around. I'm pretty sure he's a Surlon. Pretty sure he's a worm man.
To be honest, Ryan, I don't really understand either.
He just gets his hand. He starts clapping one hand.
What? Okay. I mean, either way, we can't open the door, right?
Well, do we? We know what happened last time. We helped someone.
Then
Maybe
again,
we should check the rest of this area first.
why would he lock himself in a room? But does it look like it's been barred from the outside?
It does, yeah. There's like it's fastened shut with like sutures made of ropes and steel hooks. But Ryan, do a quick intelligence check.
Okay.
It definitely looks like it's more been these things have more been designed to keep something in. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
They're quite big though. They're definitely like designed to keep this door from opening.
Is there any magic from the other side of the door?
Nope.
What about in the hold? Any magic in here?
Not in here specifically, but it does seem like there's magic coming further down. So down these stairs here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, you can open the door, but I'm gonna stand back here with my gun.
Yeah.
Please open the door.
Rohan would get a tentacle whip out, even though it's not a flesh door, and just like touch it on the door.
Yeah, you see the door's trying to open as they like move towards it, but the sutures are like holding it in place.
You'll have to remove the rope, or cut it somehow, or burn it, or tentacle it.
Tentacle! He's just gonna slash with his whip.
Yeah, it wouldn't take you long to If you're choosing to break this open, are you going to open the door?
Rohan wants to.
Yeah, Barney's given the go-ahead. He's just training his gun on the door.
I got a firebolt on the door.
Rohan will open it then.
Okay, so as you open the door,
Oh,
this
God.
horrible creature is a sign and just rushes towards the door. Can we...
God damn it!
Can't leave someone trapped. Rohan's not smart.
Ah!
Oh my god.
Everyone, please roll initiative for me.
Why is everything pretending to be something else? We're not smart enough.
I didn't roll a good insight.
This thing did not roll a good initiative though, so that's like...
Nice.
Yeah, you see this sort of like... Let's get a picture for you. Put it in Discord. This is what this creature looks like.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like something out of a thing.
Very unpleasant.
Face is gross, man. Dude. Don't forget Venus initiative.
Vina as well. Yeah, sorry. Boom. Cool. Top of the round, Rulara.
Well, she had a firebolt, so I'm gonna do a firebolt.
Yeah, I saw that too, but you can't hold actions outside of combat.
No.
You know.
Uh-uh.
13 misses, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, makes sense. That's it.
Barnabas.
Is it holding anything?
Currently, no, it's not.
Okay. Normal shot then. Pow.
A 20 does hit.
Pow. And I will fire again because... Oh, wait, am I out of... Oh, hang on. Ah, shit, that should have been with disadvantage. Muskets have a short range.
You can move closer if you want.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Barney's sensible. For one closer. And then take the second shot. Kapow!
Yeah, hits.
Woo!
Whoa, big damage. Holy shit.
It's my turn.
Nice, that's
I
very
need to call and say, get out of there, Lord Tentacles!
Vina just sort of rushes forward, like, what the hell is going on? And she just goes, what the fuck is that?
We fell for it again!
She's gonna pull out her longbow and just take a shot. But she misses as it plangs into the wall.
No.
Rohan, it's your go.
He's gonna
Turn into a donkey.
fund the wave. First level.
Con save. 13.
Fails.
Okay.
Push back 10 feet as well. Not great.
5 thunder damage.
Gonna
Scoot your boot.
wait around the corner of his whip. Actually, no, more like
the creature, you just hear the voice like calling out again, like, help me, save me. It
God.
gets like deeper and deeper.
Oh, it's the Annihilation Bear. I hate it.
So it's got 40 feet, so it can get to here. It's got scuttling forward.
Shit.
Hello, friend.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see what it's gonna do here. 1-2 Barnabas, 3-4 Vina. It's gonna be real bad.
Uh-oh.
That's good.
Oh, woohoo!
It's gonna try and extract her brain.
Ah!
Why didn't that work? Eh.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Right, it's an 8 to hit, which misses, thankfully. 30 would have.
No.
If that had hit,
Dave.
if that had hit Barnabas and hit, it would have instantly killed him. I think that is its
Sorry.
turn though.
Joke's
Rilara.
on you, there's no brain in there.
Lara is gonna. Hold on. Did I use that already?
I like how he goes like, Rilara's like, I sense no magic beyond this room. It's all tied up and someone locked in. It's like, we've been tricked before. We're gonna go in anyway.
Yeah.
Hey man, Barney's initial reaction was like, yeah, you're not a real person.
That inside.
Rohan
Right.
felt too bad.
Yeah, Rohan's a good boy.
Let me just read it quickly. Fight a. Oh fuck! Let me read it. For radius. 20-foot radius. Is there any way to not get Rohan in it?
No,
No, there's not, is there?
no, it's not.
I have to be able to see the area. Shit.
Yeah, no. You 100% be hitting Rohan,
Yeah.
no matter what.
That one's a cone. She will. She will. Has it got anything on it, like equipment wise?
No, it's like a giant spider.
Just a spider. Okay. Okay, well let's just hope it's not very wise. Let's do a gravity hold on it. Hold person. Oh, it's a
Ooh.
creature though. Oh no, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, it's not humanoid.
No. No, let's just do haste on Barney then.
Shum.
Speedy.
Anything else?
We're gonna move back way over here. Whip. And chop ickle. Blur.
A fadeaway hamster lob.
Con save, right?
It is a con. Oh wait, no, hang on. I think I need to hit first.
Ooh.
Con 8. I think
I
it
need
will.
to hit first.
Oh, you have to hit with the bite attack, yeah.
Yeah. Hold on, it's loading.
Nope.
Fuck's sake.
That one does miss, unfortunately.
Yep.
Barnabas,
That's
though,
it.
it is your go. You are hasted.
Hasted! Zoom, 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 zoom. This thing needs to die real fast. So whilst it is risky to stay here, I'm gonna fucking unload with my greatsword. And seeing as I'm hasted, I should have enough movement to get flanking.
Yeah, definitely. -2 to
Zoom.
its AC.
And I will, well, unless it dies in the first 2 hits. The first 3 hits, I'm gonna fucking action
21
surge.
hits, 15 hits. And a 12 does hit thanks to flanking.
Shit.
Let's go.
22, 29 points of damage.
Action surge.
Still alive, it's definitely bloodied, but Hits.
Fucking get chopped up.
6 plus 13, 19 points of damage.
And I'll pump my last astral spark into it for +3 force damage.
It's very badly hurt, but it is still alive.
Oh, Rena.
Here's Venus go. Assuming you didn't have anything else, Barnabas.
No, it's
I'm just
everything.
gonna try and punch it. Does hit. 7 points of bludgeoning damage. Still alive.
It's all up to Rohan, Lord
He's a
Tentacle.
moon man.
He's
I need to
He's
get
gonna-
like a 8-bit like Blues Brothers theme that I can play on Rohan's turns.
he's gonna strike it with his tentacle rod.
Yeah.
Hits.
Ooh.
Hits.
Ooh.
Needs to make a con save.
Wow, roll damage first.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No 111.
Oof. Not the best.
Not enough.
Oh fuck!
Oh.
He'll back off a little bit. So he's still in range. No, wait, still in
Con
range.
save. Gets a 17, so it does pass
Yeah.
the con save.
Ruh-roh. I just did 1,000,000 damage to it.
He did.
It's probably not
Yeah.
best pleased with me.
However, it's very badly hurt.
Don't forget your +2 AC though.
Oh yeah, I'll put that on my token.
Is that with your turn, Rohan? Any bonus actions or anything?
Yeah, see if he's got a bonus action. Telekinetic shove won't really do much. No, he doesn't.
Okay, then Nathalgo is going to cast invisibility on itself and try and scutter away. It is currently.
It calls on it. I suppose you could shake him off.
I'm going to try and make it shake Ickle off then as part of its same thing. So can you have Ickle
Let
make
me read it to make sure I'm not bullshitting first.
No, I think that's fair. Just make a dex save for Ickle for me to see if he can stay on while it's invisible. No, he does fall off before. So it's going to try and move over sort of this way whilst it's invisible. You would get opportunity attacks though, disadvantage. Vina will punch out.
Thank
She gets
you.
that one, so she misses. 16 does hit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Roll that damage.
Chop, chop.
11. How'd you kill this thing? Because you see it rushes forwards, but you cut it down mid-stride.
I like to imagine it went invisible and Barney just thrusts forward with the greatsword, and you see like the point of the blade come out of this invisible being with blood coming down it, and it slowly comes back to visibility.
Yeah, it starts sort of like flickering the visibility in and out, and kind of like sort of struggling as its legs kind of collapse underneath it, and it just goes flying into some boxes as its body. And with that, you did defeat the Nathalgu. That was fucking lucky. If
That
I had
was
gone for
terrifying.
Barney in here, that would have 100% killed him.
Yep.
God.
I'm alive!
Yeah.
I'm sorry, everyone. Just couldn't leave. Guy in the closet.
I'll never
Yeah.
apologize for who you are, Rohan. But that was terrible.
Yeah. Oh gosh, it's exhaust. You should probably get exhaustion now, Barney. Actually, I don't know if you do get.
You don't get exhausted, you get stunned
No.
for a round.
Yeah, no, you don't.
So
I'll
it'd
just
be like
cast
a
the deck magic
it'd be
again.
like a very brief exhaustion. So,
Yeah.
oh, okay. You get it from the same spot, coming directly below you, Rulara, almost directly.
Okay.
Coming from around here.
We searched this room before, didn't we?
You did, yeah.
Well, there's only one more place where there's magic coming from, and that's below us.
Yeah, looking in this room, Barney, the room where this creature was, you just see a room that has been looks like it was once a mess hall. It's been completely sort of destroyed by this creature.
Shit.
I guess that's why it's called a mess hole.
Good one.
Oh, that's a point of inspiration for making me groan. So if you're heading down, and I will grab your tokens together. And you end up here. It's much darker down here, I will say. But you do have enough light from Rulara's light to make out things. You see that there is a door to your right, and there is also a door to your left.
Alright, Rohan, don't open any that have rope stitches. But apart from that, one at a time.
There's also doors all the way along here.
So if we hear anyone calling for help, we're not going to believe it this time, yeah? Because why would they be alive?
Yeah. I think that's a good assessment right here.
Got it. I'm just going to tickle this door.
It opens to reveal another tentacly appropriate toilet. When you just wanted to forget it, you could not.
Why do you think they have tentacles in the toilet? He just
Let's not speculate on
he
that.
stares down into the toilet.
Some questions are meant to remain unanswered.
This one?
As you open this door, beyond you see the rotting corpses of two headless mind flayers lie amid the hacked up corpses of three hulking creatures with blood splattered white fur. The condition of the corpses suggests that something or someone has been feeding upon them. Furthermore, Rohan, you see a shadow projected onto the floor here from this side of the room. You see clawed hands, 4 tendrils around the mouth of this shadowed being.
Just
What looks like perhaps the shadow of a mind flayer.
fair.
However, as you round the corner, the creature is not as large as its shadow made it look, the source standing at only 3 feet tall, staring with wide and curious eyes atop 4 short, round tentacles. It kind of looks, it sort of looks up at you, this small little illithid style creature. And you just hear in your mind, like, "What are you doing here?"
Oh, it's Lugu!
Yeah, I did not mean to do the Lugu. I've only got a limited supply of voices.
You talking to everyone's West Country in my campaign.
Yeah, it's true. Help me.
Oh man! We help loads of people and they weren't people and you're not a person, man!
It does match your tentacle rod quite nicely.
He just kind of look up at you and says, "Let me out."
Just looks back at me, lower Bonnie, like, oh.
She's just kind of like thinking for a moment. What is it? Is it just a mind flare?
Do a nature check. It's high DC. It looks like an illithid. 21. Rulara, you think back to research you've read. You're a well-read person, and you've heard of experiments of morphosis, the illithid process of placing tadpoles into creatures that transforms them into mind flayers. But there is a specific type of ceremorphosis that when performed on gnomes specifically, you've heard of it being talked about as a failed illithid experiment where gnome ceremorphs retain much or most of their host's original personality, as well as their original sense of morality. As far as you're aware, gnome ceremorphs are often not evil, unless they were evil in their previous life. They are generally sort of considered sort of, like I said, failed experiments by and they're very quintessentially gnomish often.
Interesting.
Yeah. Gnomeness too powerful.
They sort of look up at you and they just it says, "Hey, where are you going?" I don't know where this voice. I'm just gonna like experiment.
I love it. Freeform.
Yeah.
Rulara just sort of steps over all the gore and guts everywhere and sort of gets closer to the. I assume it's a cage.
Yeah, he's trapped but in like a prison.
What happened to you?
He kind of looks down a bit, sort of like saddened, and just says, "Well, I really don't want this voice to go. Well, I was captured by illithid masters, and they turned me into this. Look awful."
You don't know that bad, man.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Oh.
Rohan's instantly on board.
My name's Bingo. What's your name?
My name's Rohan Moonriver. I'm from Undercliff Village and the moon, apparently.
Well, nice to meet you, Rohan.
Rohan would die for this man.
Oh, are you from? You said you were from Undercliff Village.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I used to live quite near there.
Oh yeah, you from Waterdeep?
No, I'm from oh God, what is that fucking settlement called? The one in fucking God, what is it? Is it Nomengard? I can't remember now. It's in. Let me look it up.
I think it is. Oh God.
Let me quickly look it up. It's in Dragon of Ice by Peak. Where is it? Yeah, Nomengard. Yeah. Oh, I'm from Nomengard. It's quite nearby.
Heard of it, man.
Rohan. Is that a real place?
It is, Rohan.
You know it is. It's in the Sword Mountains, like south of Phandalin.
Yeah, but Rula wouldn't know that.
Yeah, I'm just Rohan would definitely know.
Yeah.
Why are you in the cage, bro?
Well, me and some friends, we went in. I'm a prospector. We went into the mines below in the Sword Mountains, and well, we were mining, and we uncovered like a hole within the hole, and I kind of let my curiosity get the better of me and went in, and then there was these awful octopus heads. Now I'm one of them as well.
This guy seems way too mundane to be bad.
Yeah.
They kind
Did you see these mind flayers get slaughtered?
yeah, they were fighting some kind of yellow-skinned people. They had the Quaggoths with them. That's what they called them. I got some. I don't know if this kind of transitions unlock some kind of mental capacity for me. I can kind of sense stuff telepathically. I can kind of sense what you're thinking now a little bit.
And what am I thinking?
Oh, you kind of think I look a bit ugly.
I mean, that's kind of true.
What do you think, Captain? Should we let this guy out? He sounds like he's got a pretty plausible story.
Yeah, and with all I've read about experiments, this is quite plausible, Barney.
I trust Rohan's judge of character and Rulara's knowledge of creatures, sir. You have my captain's command. Let Bingo out.
Thanks. Oh.
There you go, Bingo. Captain has it.
He rushes over and kicks the mind player's body. And he said, I'll be taking this. And he reaches down into the pocket and he pulls out this little little pistol that was in the pocket of the mind player.
Oh, now
No.
Barney's sold.
He's like, that's what you get for torturing me. And he just like pulls out the pistol and just starts like little lasers start shooting out into the body.
Oh,
Yeah.
laser gun. Impressive sidearm you have there.
Yeah, it's pretty badass, isn't it?
You know, I've got someone back on the ship I think you'd like to meet.
See what? See, we saved one person.
Oh, I can't wait to get back to Nomengard. Everyone's gonna make fun of me.
Nah, man, you're flying in space now. You with us.
Thanks, fellas.
I know what voice that is as well. The fucking guy from Black Books. It's Nick Frost's
Oh,
cameo in Black Books. The guy with the Subutio man in his hair.
Yeah.
Natalie's next character needs that voice.
Don't even know where it came from. I did not. I was thinking I'm gonna do like some kind of tentacly voice, and it's like it's not working. I'm just gonna go. There would be more magic pings coming from around here, for specifically on the bodies of the mind flayers. Rulara, you would see that there is magic coming from. They both appear to be wearing some kind of magical breastplates.
Okay.
They also seem to have like a magical blade and a magical like whip.
Nice. Definitely collect all those up. Would you know what they were upon picking them up?
Do Arcana checks for me for each one. Pretty low DC the first two, and then the last ones. I think you, even with the natural one on because you got a sort of such a higher one on the first one as well, you would be able to see that the first one is clearly like just a +1 breastplate.
Okay.
It's like embossed with tentacles on the front of it.
Ooh.
The other one, you see that there is a something called a survival mantle, which you can search for on D&D Beyond if you want.
Yeah.
And then feel free to read. Or I can read it for you if you prefer.
Yeah, I'll find it.
The carapace-like augmentation encases portions of the wearer's shoulders, neck, and chest. A survival mantle is equivalent to a suit of non-magical half-plate armor and takes just as long to don or doff. It can't be worn with other kinds of armor. A creature wearing a survival mantle can breathe normally in any environment, including a vacuum, and has advantage against saving throws against harmful gases, such as those created by cloud kill, stinking cloud, etc.
Very nice.
Wow.
It would be a breastplate survival mantle. And finally, you would recognise the last two as being both a mind blade and a mind sash.
What are those?
You would know that a mind blade and mind sashes are basically illithid weapons. They can only be attuned by mind flayers. But they do extra psychic damage on hit, basically.
Yeah. Useful for this little guy over here.
You talking to me?
Name. Bingo bingo.
My name's Bingo Bingo.
Bingo.
First name Bingo, last name Bingo. My father wasn't very creative.
Have you ever thought about changing your name?
No, I'm very proud of my name. It's got a long ancestral history.
It's very intimidating to your foes, right?
Well, I hope not. I don't mean to be intimidating.
You have to remind me what they were.
A mind blade and a mind sash. Survival mantle and a possible. Anyone can take these.
Yeah. This one might be good for you. Stronger guys. Just kind of holds up the breastplate thing.
I'm thoroughly tempted, but I also have this fire resistance armor.
I mean,
Rohan can wear survival mantle.
yeah.
Yeah, hope
But
so.
it's up to Barney.
No. Barney's gonna have the bloody breastplate and the fire resistance armor. He's spoiled. Assuming Vena's a pugilist, right? They just.
I mean, she could wear it. She's not really a specific class. She's more of a cyclic class, so.
Yeah, I quite like my fire resistance. I think I'm happy for her to wear it for now.
Yeah, you want to give it to the plus? Is that just a regular +1 to Vena?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll put her AC up by 1.
Rohan's got a tentacle whip, a tentacle breastplate, with rover stars.
Told you we're gonna get a lot of fucking magic items in this. I want it to be a point where it's like you got so many, you don't know what to attune to.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Right. Is that all the magic-y things? And
That
what about this room?
doesn't seem to be magic coming from beyond there, but there's definitely a door there.
Looks like there's just one more door to go. Do we want to try it?
Yeah.
Rohan tickles. She's like, bingo, bingo, bango.
Can you do a perception check for me, please, Rohan?
Ooh.
Um, 14. From what sounds like it's coming from here, you just hear like a.
Someone in there. It's gonna close the door.
Yeah, the door is reclosed. I won't bother drawing it back on, but yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we don't want to be ambushed from behind.
Bingo? Do you know what's in there?
Well, I've got no idea. Probably another Quaggoth.
What?
What?
That's these things, I assume, and Barney nudges this big white furred thing.
That's where they used to feed. That's where they brought them out of. That's where they feed them.
Oh. What? Is this just a dead person in here? What is this?
Yeah, they look like dead prisoners.
Okay.
They look like they've all starved to death.
All right, well, we'll close that door as well, and maybe that'll be enough to keep our distance.
It's closed.
This one as well.
And that one as well. Okay. I assume Relara going back through.
Yeah.
Oh, this is...
Close doors.
I was wondering what it looked like beyond this door.
There's a toilet there if you need to relieve yourself.
It's alright, I've been using the corner. Wouldn't feel right. Feel like a betrayal.
Do you poop the same now that your mind flare?
It's a bit more. It's a bit more gooey.
Oh.
Maybe that's what the tentacles are for. Lap it up.
I only really got the taste for one thing now, though. To be honest, I used to love.
Nope.
I used to love Brussels sprouts and carrots and all sorts of things, but now all I've got on the mind is I'm peckish for brains. Disgusting. I hate it.
Well, you'll find there's a pretty lean diet of brains. Apart from Rilara, she's very intelligent. But you stay away from her brains, young man.
Oh, I don't want to eat any brains. It sounds disgusting to me.
Oh.
Despite my cravings, my evil, immoral cravings.
There's lots of little rat brains upstairs if you want to, like a popcorn chicken kind of snack.
I mean, it would sound quite delicious.
We'll come back to that later. Rohan, if you don't mind. Please
Yeah,
distract
still.
us.
Yeah, well, to save time and expediency, you
Yeah.
opening the rest of these doors just looks like these were once jailer quarters and mind flayer quarters. There doesn't seem to be anything particularly of value in here. It looks like it's all been ransacked, probably
Okay.
by the
Nice.
whatchamacallit? What are they called now? Githyanki.
Githyanki.
Is that everything, man?
I think that's it.
Yeah. Can't sense anything else magical nearby.
You got some cool stuff? Got bingo bingo?
Is there, is there any particular way, Mr. Bingo, you'd like us to introduce you to the crew? Any titles?
No, just bingo. Bingo of Nomengard.
Bingo of no one got it. Right.
So, we're returning back to the ship.
She also would have given him the blade and the sash as well.
Oh, cheers.
I think you're the only one that can use them here. So
Oh,
benefit to your new form, I guess.
I'll do my best.
Yeah.
Hold on, where is this? So, make it back to your ship. Oh, there's two lots of you. Let me delete the other ones. Boom.
The thing about taking was it was tiki to think it was bad.
Yeah. So you arrive back on board the ship of the Moon Dancer. Do you see the crew? It does instantly react to your new little
Yeah.
companion.
Barney holds him up like Simba on Pride. Say hello to our new friend, Bingo of Nomengard.
I'm the king of the world, Jack.
Oh my god, I'd love it if Wizpop just got really jealous.
Oh, he is. Like, you just see like Barney holding up, and he's like, "Oh, Captain, do we all get a turn on the Well, I think it should be procedure that only long-standing members of the crew get such preferential treatment."
Well, we want to make sure that our successful rescue mission is recognized. And we make Bingo feel welcome. Yes, his appearance is a little bit off-putting, but we are an eclectic crew, and Flapjack can't keep the monopoly on tentacles forever, so please make him feel welcome.
Captain, you two are aware that is an illithid.
Barney looks at Rulara.
Yeah. I just wants over to Flounder. Kind of. I should just start explaining to him.
Ah, I see. A failed experiment. Well, I would still watch it closely, Captain. It is not known for illithid experiments to end up with particularly positive results.
Hey man, my mom said it was an accident too, so don't be so harsh, yeah?
Yeah, I'll show you positive results.
What I'm hearing, Flapjack, is you think Bingo here should have a buddy from the crew to make sure he feels welcome and taken care of. And I've got just the person, Wizpop.
He sort of snidely, like, yes, Captain, my new buddy. And Bingo sort of walks over to him. He's like,
Whoa! It's a mechanical gnome just like me!
Oh.
You look really cool, mate. I love your golden little moustache.
he's like, shut up, you. You can't comment on my mustache. It's a very personal thing to an auto gnome.
He's like, oh, sorry.
Looks like everyone's getting along.
Yeah. Like a gnome on fire. Perfect. Alright. Well, we gathered some things. There was some nasty stuff in there, but we're all here, we're all who we are. I think in the future, I was thinking of this as we were plumbing the depths of the ship. Seeing as we know that evil, horrible creatures can appear to be other people, if you suspect a crewmate of being not a crewmate, you should ask them, where is the Moon River? And the crewmate, if you're being asked this, you answer, Undercliff Village.
That's where I'm from, man!
Exactly.
Lou,
And
Lou,
only
Lou,
we
I
will
have
know
a-
the answer to this.
Lou,
so-
Lou, I have a question. Lou.
Yes?
What if I forget where Undercliff Village is, Lou?
Oh, you don't need to know where it is. You just need to say it in response to the question, where is the Moon River?
Oh, Lou.
So if you suspect or you're worried, just ask your fellow moon dancer crewmate, where is the Moon River? And they will reply, Undercliff Village.
We going there now?
An excellent idea,
no.
Captain. Everyone remember this. Important information. Especially you, Bingo.
No, we set sail for the Rock of Bra.
Before that, though, does everyone feel mind fortified? Perhaps ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Lou, I feel just about sprightly as ever. I was feeling awfully anxious, and now, well, I'm feeling right as rain again, just right back at the academy. Lou, that's the Lou. I said, Lou. Yes, Captain, I am feeling rather more secure in my faculties.
Yeah, I do feel a bit... I don't know. Something's better. I'm still feeling, quite guilty about everything, but feels like it's been lifted a little.
Oh, Micken, no one wants to talk about your Don't be such a Debbie Downer.
Sorry, Captain. I'll get back to mapping out the region.
Very good.
Cricklet just kind of bows and makes a alien sound. But as you're making ready to leave, a dark shape glides across the face of a nearby asteroid. It is another ship.
Oh, fuck.
The new arrival resembles a giant spider, complete with long, delicate legs and web-like rigging. Starlight gleams off its metallic hull as it silently creeps towards your vessel. Rulara, and I think also Barnabas, based on your history with them, you both recognise it as a night spider. The ship of the Neogi.
The Neogi.
It
Follow that
seems
thing out of the sky.
that they were using this Hulk as bait, and you have flown right into their web. And
Oh,
that is where we will end today's session.